Yo, what is up everybody? I am AmiYoshiko. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, or welcome back to my channel, motherfucker! Thank you all so much for your patience. As always, here is the Mystic Messenger Cafe video. Lego. Let's start off with our silver-haired, red-eyed pretty boy, Zen. The beautiful actor, entertainer, person. And for Zen, we will be making a gray milk tea with strawberry pearls. The things you will need are milk, Earl Grey tea, sugar or any sweetener of your choosing, black food coloring, but I don't have black food coloring, so I'm just using charcoal powder. Disclaimer, if you take medication, just be wary. Tapioca flour, strawberry syrup, and just for some accessories, this is optional, red or pink heart-shaped sprinkles, pink icing, and whipped cream. Let's make our tapioca pearls. I got my tapioca pearls at my local Japanese market, but any tapioca powder or tapioca starch will do just fine. Use the correct flour to water ratio that your package suggests, and just a bit of strawberry syrup to make it like homeboy's beautiful red eyes, and mix it all up. Don't be afraid to get your hands in there and mix it up real good. At first it might seem like you need more water, but just hold off, I swear, just keep mixing and it'll turn out pretty good. Separate the dough into 2 equal pieces, roll them into yards, and with a knife cut them into small pieces. Take the balls in your hand, roll them up, and do it for the rest of them. Boil some water, carefully put all of your balls into the water and boil for about 10 minutes. They'll kind of already start to float to the top, but just make sure you boil for 10 minutes, just to make sure they cooked. Strain them out, put them into a bowl, and boom, you just made your own strawberry tapioca pearls. Now let's make the drink. Get 1/2 cup of chilled Earl Grey tea. I know mine isn't chilled, but I was impatient. 1/2 cup of milk, 1 tablespoon of sweetener, some black food coloring, just enough to make it gray, and pour in your milk tea. And leave a little space on top because we gonna put whipped cream. Get your whipped cream, fill your glass to the top, and with a spatula just create a smooth surface. Grab your pink icing. I'm using an icing pumping bag with a small tip, and you just want to start making a horizontal rectangle. Like start from the top left, go down, then go to the right, and then go back up to the top right, and then go across to the top left. Then you're gonna go diagonal right to the center of the rectangle, and then go all the way back up to the top right. And voila, you have adorable pink envelope. I thought it was really cute. And you can do hearts and stuff if you want, or if you have heart-shaped sprinkles, red or pink, you can just throw them on there. I didn't have any that were small enough, so this big one I had, I don't know, it didn't work that well. So I just made a heart shape with the icing, and boom, you have Zen's Earl Grey milk tea with strawberry tapioca pearls. Next is our little gamer college student, Yoosung. And as usual, I had one drink idea, it didn't turn out the way I wanted, so I scrapped it and made another one. Blah blah blah, you get it. But let's start with the new one first, Lego. For Yoosung, we will be making a mango slush with heart-shaped green jellies. The things you will need are frozen mango chunks, green tea, Agar Agar, green apple syrup, a tiny heart-shaped cookie cutter, vanilla syrup, purple sparkling sugar, and Pocky. First, let's start with making the heart-shaped jellies. Basically, how to make Agar Agar: you get 1 packet, put in 2 cups of water, put it on heat and bring it to a boil. After it boils, lower it down and simmer for about 2 minutes, and then boom. Pour the mixture into a heat-safe tray and add your green apple syrup. To make sure it completely solidifies, leave it for about an hour or 2. Get your heart-shaped cookie cutter out, and you want to just go to town. Just push it in there all the way to the bottom, and just pull it right back out and just keep going. I noticed it was kind of messier, like trying to take out the heart-shaped jellies directly from the tray. So the way I found out to take them out the cleanest was to just pull off the excess. It is very easy peel around the heart shapes, take out all the excess, and you have perfectly clean, cookie cutter beautiful heart-shaped jellies. Now it is time to make the drink. Get a blender, add 1 cup of frozen chunks, 1 cup of chilled sweetened green tea, add about 1/2 cup of ice. You don't need to add a lot of ice because the mango chunks are already frozen. Add 1 tablespoon of sweetener, and blend it all up. Now it is time for the ribbon. Get 2 plates and coat your glass with vanilla syrup and then purple sugar. Put in your green heart jellies and pour in your mango slushy. And if you want to be wild, spike it with some Monster. If you got a freaking term paper due in an hour that you're not doing, instead you here watching this video. Drop 2 Pocky sticks to the side and boom, you got Yoosung's mango green tea slush with green apple heart jellies. Now take your drink and go to your cave and go play LOL. And if you're curious, here's the first drink that I scrapped because I wasn't pleased with it. The drink is basically the same thing as the first one. Instead of the mango chunks and the green tea, it is Monster. Regular Monster and green Ultra Pride Monster. So yeah, get a blender, put in some ice, put equal parts of the regular and green Monster, blend it all up, off even though it did nothing. Get a glass, put in your jellies, pour in your drink, and boom, done. Next we have Best Waifu. I simp for this woman hardcore. Jumin's assistant, a poor overworked cat babysitter, Jaehee. Mama deserves it for all the hard work she do. She getting a caramel macchiato with foam. Lego. The things you will need are vanilla syrup, milk, 1 cup of freshly brewed coffee, caramel syrup, chocolate syrup, and a milk frother. Get a glass, add 1 cup of milk. In your caramel syrup, I kinda OD'd and put way too much caramel syrup. I don't know. I was trying to be fancy, and I was trying too hard to be a wannabe Starbucks barista. I don't know. Do I look like someone who knows how to be a bartender? Don't answer that. Add 2 tablespoons of vanilla syrup, add your milk, drop in some ice, and carefully pour your coffee. And again, make sure to just leave a little bit of space because we gon' need it. Grab another glass, put in half a cup of milk, get your milk frother, and go to town. Froth that bad boy up until it gets big and fluffy, like a cloud or a kitty. After it turns to that fluffy foam consistency, with a spoon, scoop up your foam and fill the remainder of the glass. And to make 2 little points, you just want to like dab, 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 and go upward until you create these 2 little mountains for cat ears. With a bamboo skewer or a small end of a chopstick, dunk into your chocolate syrup and add little dots for the eyeballs. You can have a lot of fun with this. You can like do a smile, whiskers, add a little strawberry syrup if you want to create like a blush. Free and go off. Be more talented and creative than me, cause mine, she ain't the most intricate, but you know what? She doing her best. Create your own little kitty face to represent Queen Elizabeth III. And then boom, you have a delicious caramel macchiato with a kitty foam for Jaehee. Next is for Daddy McRich with a low-key BDSM kink, maybe? Our ever so rich classic man, Jumin. So I decided to make a drink inspired by the cocktail Purple Rain. And that's what we gon' do, Lego. The things you will need are Sprite, blue Curacao syrup, Grenadine syrup, and kitty wine toppers. I will have a link in the description to the ones I bought, but warning, they are blind purchases. You get the boxer package and you don't know which one you get. So, I bought so many just to not get the white one. So I gave up because I didn't want to buy 10 more kitties. So I just painted them with white acrylic paint instead. Problem solved. Now let's start making the drink. Get an aesthetically pleasing wine looking glass. Add 1 tablespoon of blue Curacao syrup and 1 tablespoon of Grenadine syrup, and just fill up the glass with Sprite. Put your little kitty toppers on top and boom, you got Jumin's Purple Rain cocktail with cute little white kitties for Queen Elizabeth III. Also, if you want to get litty, just replace half of the Sprite with lemon lime vodka. I don't drink, but I can know. Next is our best boy. I'm sorry, he's my bias. Our little redhead hacker boy, my boo thing, 707. I wanted to incorporate his favorite things into his drink, that being Dr. Pepper and Honey Buddha chips. So we are creating a Dr. Pepper cherry slushy with Honey Buddha chips. Lego. The things you will need are Dr. Pepper, frozen cherries, cherry syrup, white chocolate candy melts, yellow chocolate candy melts, black food coloring, print or trace out a pair of nerd glasses, wax paper, and Honey Buddha chips. First, let's start making the chocolate glasses. This is optional. You do not have to do this. This was way harder than it needed to be. I don't know why I wanted to make this harder for myself. Melt your chocolate candy melts, get your glasses printout and put wax paper over top, and carefully trace the glasses with an icing piping bag with the yellow frosting. A technique I noticed that worked the best to like make it the smoothest was to just keep pressure and keep like squeezing the bag as you go nonstop. I noticed when I was going slower and was like trying to make sure I got every area covered, it like looked kind of lumpy. So when you go in, just keep pressure on the bag and just go the whole way and just try not to stop. I don't know, I'm not a baker, I don't know how to bake cake, I don't know what I'm doing. And now it is time to melt the white candy melts. Add a little bit of black food coloring, just enough to make it gray. And when I say carefully, I mean carefully make stripes on the glasses. This part, I was losing my freaking mind. I kept breaking them. I swear, I literally broke maybe 10 pairs of chocolate glasses, and I had to keep making more. I literally used my whole bag of yellow candy melts because I kept melting the glasses. Like at first I was putting the gray stripes while the glasses were on the wax paper, but then I noticed when it would harden and I would try to like chip off the excess, it would break. Like I tried to like use a measuring cup, the gray chocolate would melt the yellow chocolate and then they would break again. So the easiest way I found to do this was kind kind of just keep your whole hand on it so you can just shake off the gray candy melts at the bottom and just carefully wipe it. Just if you do this, make sure to make a bunch. So in case you lose any men along the way, because out of like 15, only one was a survivor, and then I had to make more. And then I figured out a technique that worked, so it was okay. But I digress. Get a blender, add 1 cup of frozen cherries, 1 cup of Dr. Pepper, some ice, and blend it all up. Add 2 tablespoons of cherry syrup and blend again. This drink is probably my favorite out of the whole video. Get a straw, put your chocolate glasses on top, get a plate, put on some honey Buddha chips, and then boom, you got 707's Dr. Pepper Cherry Slush with a side of honey Buddha chips. Our next drink is for our beautiful, mysterious man who deserved so much better. V. For V, we will be making a mint hot chocolate with his favorite food, pain de campagne, champagne. I'm sorry for butchering. Do I look like I speak French? The answer is no. Or basically traditional French sourdough bread. The things you will need are milk, white chocolate chips, blue and green food coloring, peppermint syrup, mini marshmallows, and I just got plain sourdough bread. Go to the stove, get a pot and pour 1 cup of milk, pour in a half cup or more of white chocolate chips. I went ahead and added another half cup of white chocolate chips, which was not a good idea because it was way too sweet for me. Mix it all up until it is completely dissolved. Pour it into a heat-safe glass and add 1 drop of blue food coloring and 1 drop of green food coloring. Stir it all up until you have a beautiful creamy mint green color. I am a huge mint fan, so I just put 1 teaspoon of peppermint syrup, but if you into mint and you want to go wild, put in 1 full tablespoon of peppermint syrup. Add a handful of mini marshmallows and put it on top. Cut some slices of sourdough bread and boom, you have V's mint hot chocolate with some pain de campagne or sourdough bread. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say that word. You know what? She's been through a lot of shit, so she deserves a drink too. We will be doing a simple and sweet rose tea for Rika. Lego. For Rika's drink, you will need rosebuds, sugar, and rose syrup. Put some rosebuds in a heat-safe glass, pour in some hot water, and let it brew until the rose pigments change the color of the water. Add 1 tablespoon of rose syrup and add some sugar. Get some sugar cubes and rosebuds and put them on the side for an aesthetic look, and boom, you got Rika's sweet rose tea. Next is for our antagonist, unknown or Sidon, and for our precious baby boy, we are making mint eyes elixir. The things you will need are pineapple juice, blue zero sugar Gatorade, Sprite, green pearl dust, and blue color dust, and a heart-shaped container, link in description. 1/2 cup of blue Gatorade, 4 teaspoons of pineapple juice, and just fill it up with some Sprite. Add a pinch of blue color dust and a pinch of green pearl dust. Notice there's a difference. The green one is the shimmery one and the blue one is the matte regular color dust, because my original plan was to get the blue shimmery pearl dust, but I fucked up. I don't know, I didn't read it clearly. I don't know, there was a lot of people in that area, and I got the regular matte color dust by mistake. And when I got home, I was so mad. I was like, dang it, I'm gonna have to go to the store again. But then when I was testing it out, I was like, you know what? This is actually kind of better. The blue matte color dust added more color and more pop to it overall. Because with the Sprite, it kind of diluted the Gatorade, but with the pearl dust, it kind of brought that blue back. And the green pearl dust added a hint of green, but added that shimmer we needed for that oh so delirious effect. And it worked out pretty well. And boom, you got Sidon's Mint Eye Elixir. And now for our last drink. The last but certainly not least, Ray. I love that sweet baby boy so much. And for his drink, you will need his favorite thing, ice cream. And you will need vanilla ice cream, mint ice cream, vanilla syrup, red sugar sprinkles, red and blue food coloring, milk, and optional rose. And if you smarter than me and get a smaller rose, you do that. Get a blender, put in 1 cup of vanilla ice cream, add 1 tablespoon of vanilla syrup, 1 cup of milk, add some ice and blend it all up. Add red food coloring with a little bit of blue food coloring. You are gonna need a lot more than red, my friend, because I was trying to make the milkshake kind of similar to Ray's Coke color, but I didn't want to like OD and make it like purple, so I just added like a shit ton of red and like kept adding like maybe a little bit of blue occasionally. And then I didn't want my drink to just taste like food coloring, so I had to stop my freaking too much gene and tell myself, you know what? It's fine. It doesn't have to be perfectly magenta. It's fine. Get 2 plates and rim your glass with vanilla syrup and red sugar sprinkles. Carefully pour your milkshake into the glass. Put some mint ice cream on top. The rose was too freaking big for my drink, so then I had to freaking demolish the rose just to make it small enough to just put it on the side of the glass. And then boom, you got Ray's vanilla milk ice cream shake with mint ice cream. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Again, thank you guys so much for the patience for the Mystic Messenger Cafe. I know I'm like the worst YouTuber ever with freaking scheduling. Let me know in the comments what you think of the drinks as well as which one you are gonna try out. Next cafe video is Danganronpa V3, I freaking swear to God. But yeah, make sure to click that like button, make sure to turn on my notifications so you get a notification when I go live so you can be a part of the premiere and be notified every time I post a video. And yeah, that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for joining my weeb family. I love you very much and I will see you next time. Bye!